Sometimes looks can be divisive. Jumping to conclusion about things can land you in trouble. This is certainly the case when it comes to words we use in English. Take gerund for example. They look a lot like verbs, but they don't act like them at all. In fact, they prefer to act like nouns. What gives? Gerunds come from verbs after all, so why do they refuse to act like them? Are they going through a rebellious phase? Do nouns through better parties? It isn't our place to judge the habits of parts of speech, but it is worth taking a closer look at gerunds to figure out the best ways to use them in sentences. So, what is a gerund actually? A gerund is a form of a verb that ends in ing that is used as a noun. As you may know, a verb is a word that refers to action or states of being, and a noun is a word that we use to refer to people, places, things, and ideas. A gerund is like a blend of verbs and nouns. It looks like a verb, but it acts like a noun. For example, the word swimming is an example of a gerund. We can use the word swimming in a sentence as a noun to refer to the act of moving around in water, as in swimming is fun. When used in sentences, gerunds are treated as third-person singular nouns like he, she, and it. While a gerund phrase is a phrase that includes the gerund, its object, and its modifier. Because they are derived from verbs, gerunds can take objects or be modified by adverbs. Just like noun phrases, gerund phrases are treated as nouns in sentences. In the sentence, I love carefully collecting action figures, the gerund phrase carefully collecting action figures is the direct object or phrase. To turn a verb into a gerund, all you need to do is add ing, the best form of a verb. The best form is the form of a verb you will find if you look up a verb in our dictionary. When making a gerund, there are few things to watch out for. Unless a verb ends in e or e, you drop the final e in the verb before adding ing, as in joking, taking, and making. If a verb ends in e, add ing like normal as in agreeing, fleeing, and seeing. If a verb ends in e, replace it with y before adding ing, as in flying, tying, and dying. How do gerund function? So, just like nouns and noun phrases, gerunds and gerund phrases can be used in several different ways in sentences. In general, there are 4 different ways that we use gerunds. A subject complements, direct object, and object of preposition. The first one, gerunds as nouns. As stated already, gerunds look like verbs but behave like nouns. Likewise, gerund phrases behave like noun phrases. In practice, this means that gerunds and gerund phrases can be the subject of sentences or clauses or be the subject complement connected to the subject by an auxiliary verb or helping verb. Let's look at example of each of these ideas. Gerund as a subject. Sleeping is hard if you suffer from anxiety. Gerund phrase as a subject. Being rude to customers won't earn you many tips. Gerund as a subject complement. His favorite activity is reading. Gerund phrase as a subject complement. The thing she hated most about school was getting up early. Gerund versus participle phrase. Gerunds have the exact same spelling as present participles of verbs. For example, both the gerund and present participle of go is going. However, gerunds and participle serve different functions in sentences. The biggest difference between the two is that gerunds are used as noun while present participles are not. Instead, present participles are used to form the continuous verb tenses and are used in participle phrases. Unlike gerunds, participle phrases are used as adjectives and not nouns. For example, in the sentence, feeling confident, she sang with passion. The participle phrase feeling confident modifies the pronoun she. To review, gerunds are used as nouns while present participles are used in verb tenses and participle phrases are used as adjectives. The following sentences show how gerunds and participle phrases are used differently. Cooking is a useful skill to learn. Cooking is a gerund used as a noun. The chefs are cooking steaks. Cooking is a present participle used to form the present continuous tense. Chef Romero, cooking with gusto, prepared a 10-course meal. Cooking is used as a participle in a participle phrase that modifies the noun, Chef Romero. If you are still a little confused, remember that gerunds are used as nouns. This means that gerunds can only do the same job as nouns do, and as subjects, subject complements, and object. Gerunds don't act as modifiers and are not used as verbs. Let's look at a few more sentences. Read each sentence carefully and see if you can tell if the bolded word is a gerund or a participle. Snowboarding seems pretty dangerous. We were surfing all day yesterday. The magazine is focused on fishing, the lives of fishermen. The creepy ghost was speaking gibberish.